Marko Bonifaz is one of Bolivia's top chefs. At his restaurant in La Paz, he says eating local has become a new trend. But one of his key ingredients, and in fact Bolivia's most important staple food, the potato, is under threat from climate change. Marko has always cooked with potatoes, and with more than 700 varieties found in Bolivia, who can blame him? But with changes in its climate, Bolivia's culinary core is at risk.
Nowadays, we've been noticing that because of the climate changes, we have less quantity and less variety of productions of potato.
Marko knows that the effects of climate change go beyond his restaurant. They are felt even stronger out on the Bolivian altiplano, or high plains, a few hours' drive from La Paz. To see how the communities here are coping, Marko has travelled to Coro to meet with potato farmer Domitila Rojas Serpa, who has invited him to join her in preparing chairo, a traditional Andean dish.
Typical chairo is known for its varied Andean ingredients, especially for the potato. And considering how the climate has been treating us, recently it has been putting these essential ingredients at risk.
There is no way to calculate the weather anymore. Before you could say, on this date it's time to plant, and now we're going to harvest. And the frost came at its time. The snow came at its time. It's no longer like that. Everything has changed. There is not as much potato production anymore.
This is not a new story for Nelly Cañari, who is working with the UN's International Fund for Agricultural Development, or IFAD. She is studying how the changing weather patterns across the region are affecting farmers like Domitila.
Since about 8 to 10 years ago, climate change has been increasing, especially hail, frosts and temperatures. The heat dries up the water. There is less water and humidity. When the potato is just starting to sprout and grow, along comes a frost and it freezes, and there is no more potato harvest.
Farmers here are no strangers to this kind of food shortage, and they already have traditional ways to respond to this. One of chairo's main ingredients is a special freeze-dried potato called chuño. Invented in this region, these dried potatoes can be stored for up to 3 years, and it's a way for families to ensure there's food in tough times. But this preservation technique may not be enough to ensure food security in the long term across the entire community. So through their Adaptation for Smallholder Agriculture program, IFAD is working with almost 50,000 farmers across Bolivia, combining their traditional knowledge with scientific methods. This will help manage their water resources and protect the crops from unexpected weather. Marko hopes that this work will help these communities adapt to the changing climate, just as their forefathers found ways to survive on these foreboding high plains.
Although we know that there is no turning back and that the climate will worsen, we must hope that this phenomenon does not erase traditions and gastronomies, and that these communities can adapt to climate changes to move forward.
For today, Marko and Domitila are comforted with a hearty bowl of chairo, shared amongst neighbours. Bolivia's culinary roots run deep, and with the right tools to adapt to a changing climate, farmers like Domitila can continue to grow potatoes for themselves and the entire country, ensuring Bolivia's culinary identity remains intact.
Delicioso.